back to the Pacific Indoor Bowls Club here in Vancouver, British Columbia for our second match of a long day of excellent world-class bowls. We're at the Canadian Indoor Qualifiers here in Vancouver, and we are about to bring you the first quarterfinal one of the quarterfinals, I should say, of of the women's tournament. And today we feature Linda Ng from Richmond, BC, up against Pat Binney from Burlington, Ontario. I'm Bill Curry, along with Shane O'Flaherty, bringing you all the live action throughout the day. And we're off to such a great start here for this sort of crunch battle.
But two great quarterfinals, and winners of these will go on to the semi-finals to play against the two top qualifiers from the round robin. So it's going to be it's great incentive to play well here to get to that semi and hopefully get to the final. So I think this match is going to be an interesting one. Linda very experienced playing here. Pat's done well and qualified in third place in her pool. I think it'll be an interesting sort of contrast with I understand Pat's been playing since 2019. Linda started, I think, around about the same time as I did. I think she either started the same year as me or the year after, 2014-ish. But she has a wealth of experience as played internationally, so.
And for today's quarterfinal, it's quite a battle of experience experience versus the unknown to an extent. So, with Linda Ng, you know that she's been on the Canadian national team for years. Just last week was ranked 137th in the world by World Bowls, and is really on top of her game here, and may even be a little bit disappointed that she didn't earn the bye into the semi-final round.
I think I'm ranked 2,727,010. So just a little behind her.
The bowlers are currently in trial ends at the moment, so it'll be a few moments before we get underway here this afternoon or this morning. It is still morning here on the West Coast. It's only 11:30 a.m. And we got off to a bright and early 9 a.m. start with just a cracker of a match between Vivian Chen of BC up against Jan Robinson, who, by the way, is also ranked 80th in the world at the moment, and it was just a world-class performance from both bowlers.
Yes, I think we've got two really good quarterfinals here. The other quarterfinal is Vivian Chen against Joanna Cooper. So we saw Vivian in our first live stream this morning and played superbly. Joanna equally was dominant in her match, and it's going to be a great match as well. Our two bowlers in our main match here, they're actually playing with identical bowls, both bowling Dreamline XG size 2. Linda's the dark green with the light green, and Pat's are the red bowls.
Meanwhile, at the other end, this match will be marked by Gavin Clifford, who is very well known and appreciated in BC Bowls circles here. He's a member of both the Pacific Indoor Bowls Club and Stanley Park Lawn Bowling Club, where he is also the greenskeeper there. And if you ever want a bowling club anywhere in the world that you would want to be greenskeeper of, if you've got a green thumb, Stanley Park would certainly be up there.
It's not going to be surprise me if we see Gavin appearing in one of these streams near future. Superb bowler, and particularly indoor, he's just a really accurate, tough bowler to play against. So I would love for us to be calling some matches with Gavin playing, not just marking.
Yeah, he is an excellent bowler in his own right. So, but we've got two awesome bowlers here to get us going through the quarterfinals. Linda Ng and Pat Binney as BC and Ontario represented. Once again, we'll keep an eye on the other quarterfinal happening as well between Vivian Chen and Joanna Cooper. Vivian Chen from BC and Joanna Cooper from Alberta, who Wonder if Vivian Chen might have had enough of seeing Alberta folks today.
Yeah, I think yeah, yeah, we've seen Joanna quite a lot here at PIBC, and so I think she's almost a local here as well. And had her here sort of regularly, not just for this tournament, but also for the Pacific Coast Open. So, um, I think that one is going to be a real arm wrestle, just like Vivian's first match this morning was.
This is the second of six matches or the second of eight matches in total that we'll be bringing you this weekend. We have more playoff action coming up this afternoon. We've got the final round of the men's side of the championship, as well as, I should say, the final pool round, group stage round of the men's championship, followed by a quarterfinal from the men as well. And then tomorrow morning we will have semifinal action as well as the women's final and the men's final, all live here on the Bowls Canada YouTube channel. So wherever you are in the world, I hope that you'll tune in and enjoy some world-class Canadian bowls.
Yes, I think the men's pools are looking like there's definitely room for people to fall out of contention playoffs and push themselves into the playoff spot. So there's plenty to play for them this afternoon when they come along. And hopefully, the quality of our first match will be replicated in this one. So if it wants to follow this afternoon, if it is, we're going to be very pleased to bring you some quality to the broad bowling.
As our players are just finishing up their trial ends here, Linda Ng is incidentally also among all the other runners. She is the defending champion of this tournament on the women's side. So, as you can see right now, if you want to book your spot into the in the World Indoor Championships for 2026, that route goes right through her.
She's got a lot to play for, and she knows she's played the last couple of World Indoors. And she's done very well. I think her and Mike McNaughton took bronze medal in the PS a couple of years back, and she's also taken bronze in the singles, if I'm remembering correctly. And yeah, huge achievements because quality bowlers going to those tournaments is outstanding.
So the players had roughly about 45 minutes to get themselves sorted in between matches through it took the organizers a few moments, a little bit of extra time just to sort out the seedings and to settle some of the tiebreakers that were involved in some of the groups. So, of course, winners of their groups, the top winners, two of them earned a bye into the semifinals, and that is. You, you wonder about momentum in that sense for the players who did get the bye. Is it better to keep playing or to take that break here in the afternoon?
I think I sort of like the way that they've organised this tournament because it sort of means that the qualifier from quarterfinal is going to play the semi-final tomorrow. Both players essentially get plenty of rest in between. Like that they've sort of gone, two women's matches and then two men's matches. And there's no excuses for anyone because you have matching draws and playing it in the two pools for both the men and women. I think it's been a huge improvement on the old days where we used to have a very long tournament. This was the national championship. I think that Bowls Canada have done a good job in structuring this. It's the organising committee here, so it's a pretty good setup.
Linda Ng has the mat and will get proceedings underway here in the quarterfinal, playing two sets of 7 ends. And should the players be tied after the end of two sets, they will play best of three extra end or extra set. And Pat Binney with her first bowl of the match.
Good start from Linda. It just has to get bowls in there of nature, try and put the pressure on.
Uh, Linda Ing with her second bowl, and as you saw from her first bowl, that her draw game is just deadly and intact. Shane, what do you think the secrets are for Pat Binney to sort of stay with this sort of precision?
Someone who you know is a bowler, you just have to do whatever you can to disturb the game. So you can get some nice shots and steal the jack, be bowls out of the way. That's a really effective way of putting question marks. You know, the really accurate bowlers are sometimes a little too accurate targets, and so you can take advantage
Well, Binney putting two in the back right there, which would certainly set up that type of scenario you were talking about.
Yeah, so um, the one thing Linda doesn't tend to do a lot is you know, a wide group of bowls to attack. She tends to be very accurate on line. This one, she's just gone down and taken the tee as well to give herself a bit of backup. It's a third shot, but it's also covered the tee and covered the back.
And Binney just off to the side. If you look at our mouse cursor here, this is where the jack is at the moment. Right, right up against Linda Ing's lead bowl.
Linda will want another one just a little bit closer in behind.
Or just behind the jack.
Got good coverage there, so if Pat does manage to maybe just get on back shot bowl, still got some defense there.
Oh, looks to be holding two for sure at this moment. Can't quite tell the distance from this angle for those two back bowls that Linda Ing has. That red bowl off to the left side may come into play.
She's
Last bowl of the opening end. This one is curling in and certainly going to remove some of the threat from those two back bowls, but this end appears to belong to Linda Ing, and from here looks to be for two.
very typical injury. Incredibly consistent. She's always a tough bowler to play against because she just has everything together. She doesn't get rattled too easily. She just keeps on playing this very consistent. Jack's just a little over 1 metre away from the tee, pretty far back there, close to the tee as well with the net.
Match is underway right now on rinks 4, where you're watching right now, and rink 6, just 2 rinks over. Um, all the players playing on the rinks that have the ditch on the side, which is something that even world-class players have to be cognizant of.
That ditch will just call to your bowl, come to me. I think that short cats is hardly a short, but plenty of space there for both bowlers.
Second end of the first set. 2 sets of 7 ends today. And a toucher from Linda Ing.
It's got plenty of short available today, so Linda will do touches, I'm sure. Trying to do the same.
Vivian Chen, her opponent from British Columbia. And half a foot short, but still effective.
It makes it a little difficult to get in there, having it just in front. Yeah, still plenty of room.
And Linda Ing's final shot at the second end. And just a little bit of insurance with the bull in the back. Doesn't hold the tee, but still provides some cover here if Pat's able to contact that jack in any way here.
I was chatting to Pat before this match. Just wanted to say hi and a big thank you to everyone back in Ontario that have helped and supported her through her bowls journey so far.
And it's just one of the great benefits of bowls as a sport. To if you want to play at an elite level, there are opportunities there to fine tune your game wherever you are, and to get opportunities like this to travel across Canada and North America and even the world to play this game.
It's just a great thing that you can be playing top class players right from when you're a novice. Just don't get that in many sports. Right hard here.
Good weight here, and oh, she had the right idea.
That was unlucky.
If she had maybe a couple of inches more green on that, she gets the perfect shot.
But she had exactly the right idea. She knew what to do. Had she got onto the green instead of her own bowl there, that could have turned that head around. So, seemed like an up two for Linda.
Yeah, that's indeed the case. And Linda Ing is off to a Great start here in the first set, off to a 4-0 lead after two ends.
And we can blame it. Can happen. She can easily start. Yeah, she starts very fast and she stays very consistent. You can find yourself 3 or 4 ends and then she's 5 or 6 shots up on you. But, like the rest of us, she's human. You can always opportunities to outdraw her or find ways to get the shot for yourself.
Yeah, it's in this game where all you need is one good bowl in each end to take each end. Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, I tend to aim for one good bowl per match. Per end, that's novel. I'll try that. In Linda's book, that first bowl, one lead from the jack, that's a very full bowl in her bowls well. Gives Pat the opportunity here to try and get into that jack.
So one one of the things that we've seen from Pat here in this early going, she's been very deliberate to ensure that her first two bowls are behind the jack, which is a strategy that can pay off for you.
Certainly better than having bowls sort of in front of the jack and getting in your way when you need to play more important bowls. So this is very typical Linda again. She did this previous end, dropped the first one about a metre short, but then the second one she compensated for that.
It does not take her long to adjust. This one will also hang out by the ditch, and it will hang in there.
They just had to think about it, so kind of the back end. Very much get rid of that.
And the seats here at PIBC starting to fill up as we get into the afternoon hours here in Vancouver.
We're happy with that. Let's cut it down to one.
Linda just asking where that Pat's last bowl lies in relation to that green bowl off to the side. As you can see from our angle, it's maybe several inches to the back.
I guess she's just trying to work out whether she just does a raw ball or whether she tries to just sit on that secondary.
Of course, with it being her last bowl, she could have come down and had a look at it herself, but didn't think it was worth the effort.
Like some people like coming down to the head often, and some people just prefer just to keep their flow with the bowling well, stay on the mat, keep it going. It's a pretty handy bowl that she just threw down. Yeah.
So Linda Eng appears to be holding two at the moment, but certainly lots of room on that forehand side for Pat Binney to get in there.
Yeah, brought that previous bowl. She does. and she's right in.
Going in with weight. And on the backhand side. This
It's
looks
going
interesting.
close.
That looks interesting. Oh, didn't hit it solid, unfortunately.
Good shot. It was just a bad result, but I think it's still probably just the two. Might be a bit. It might measure for third even.
Yeah, it could indeed be three, but
Yeah.
we'll let the bowlers sort this out on their own.
But I mean, I think if you're Pat here, you just got to say to yourself, like that was a really good bowl. I think you could have got a great result out of that. Didn't, you know, that upweight sort of shot on the faster sort of indoor greens is very hard to play.
Mm-hmm.
So she's done a good job on there. Just take the positives out of it and keep on working yourself into the
And they did award two to Linda Ing for that one, and so it's 6-0 after three ends. But you're certainly right about that, Shane, in terms of the risk to reward ratio on that shot from Pat Benny was pretty solid.
yeah, like she deserved to get a better result than conceding two shots there. Like it was that's lawn bowling, right? It's whenever you're playing upweight shots, there is a degree of good luck, bad luck sort of happening.
It's a nice opening bowl for Pat Benny.
Up the jacket.
Should note that Linda Ing has posted one of the the shortest jack that we've seen so far in this match, causing a bit of adjustment for both players.
Just a good bowl right on the target. She sort of draws down her same hand and tries to sit and stay. Fix it hand, it's been working. It's an easy enough adjustment for them to see that to say, hey, I just need to put that little extra weight on.
make some contact here, and that is a nice bump there for Pat Biddy, as she is now holding.
She's in there, she's got the shot. Happy with that.
Both bowlers coming to have a look.
What's in the other quarterfinal? Joanna's dominating at this stage. She's 5-0 after 3 years. Vivian just put a shot right off the jack. But she's
So for the first time in this match, Pat Binney has put Linda Ng under some pressure for her final shot.
Linda's got the option of coming down forehand again and just trying to push her own bowl and all. But she could get aggressive through the back.
Final shot of the fourth end.
So she's got the back box.
Oh, and she takes the jack. Doesn't pay off, though, by the looks of it. So the jack has been knocked into the ditch. It's a question of whether it's still in the rink or not. Will not. It will make a difference on Pat Benny's final shot here. But if it is in the ditch, and it appears to be in play. So
Yep, so marked it there. Dot shown where the jack is. All Pat needs to do here is just sort of get beyond the closest green hole. She just holding shot. Add one more to it.
just to give you an idea of what's going on, if you look at our mouse cursor, this dot indicates where the jack is right now, but really all she has to do is get it anywhere in here. And she's picked up a second point.
That always sounds so easy, and sometimes that shot is really hard to make.
It is incredibly hard when you know that that's all you need. But this is looking good. If it stays, and it will stay, and that will be
very good.
2 to Pat Binney here in the fourth end.
It's 2 before the leading, and yeah, really good play from Pat there.
Excellent to see, and looks like looks like Pat is going to work a little bit with the distance of the mat here. Well, Linda Ng elected for a short jack last time. Pat Binney is electing to shorten the rink.
The challenge that he's been doing very well and changing things, playing stuff. Pat's probably played so far, 5 games through the belt.
Winner of this match will advance to the semifinals.
Not sure, but I usually remember she's usually sort of right on the centre line. She's shorter long, so both bowls be a little wide in the this context.
It's going to drift a little bit off, a little narrow.
This angle, but I think at least one shot possibly two.
Linda Ng there to make the difference and knock out Pat Binney's bowl, and now it's Linda that's holding. That's going to just have a quick look here.
Okay, I'm just going to want to try and do more or less what Linda did to me. Just come and sit on it is just a little bit of upgrade, but slightly overdrawn.
Coming in on the backhand.
Yeah, I think she was considering shot, changed her mind, decided to try the draw instead.
Well, it's leaves an opportunity here for Linda Ng to add to not only add to her lead, but also you know pretty much put this set almost out of reach. Not mathematically yet, but
So I mean, she's got a couple of options here, just a straight draw, just inside her second best green bowlers. Or alternatively, she could just try and nudge onto that bowl, nudge it ahead of the second shot pair of pats. Just in the other match, it's 5-1 for either. Close to each other.
Joanna Cooper off to a good start in the first end in the other quarterfinal. And not a bad result, but probably not the one that Linda was looking for on that shot. But in the end, she has at least one. And it's just a question as to, from this angle, it looks like Pat Binney's red bowl off to the right side is likely second. But once again, let the player sort it out. And not much of a guess to it. It is indeed 1-2 Linda Ng as she takes a 7-2 lead here after 5 complete.
This is fairly typical Linda. She's just very, very good at she's just consistent and just keeps on coming at you, keeps on coming at you. You know, it's up to you. You need to lift your game to match hers.
And what's interesting with Linda, of course, it's not just the draw game. She, as a world-class player, you just have so many tools in the toolbox that you can draw on. You know, for example, she was on that last shot in the end where she did manage to hit Pat Binney's bowl. That was the intent, just didn't have the result.
With Linda, we actually play our weight a lot because she doesn't need to. She usually holding shots. Um, but when she needs to, she's got a very good upweight game that she can make use of.
And that's beautiful from Pat Binney
Yeah.
right there. Perfect wick right onto the jack. Best shot of the match so far.
At the quarterfinal, it's currently 5-2 the Australian champ.
Just looking to come inside that green bowl, but had a bit too much green on it.
Just going to try and get a little touch on something.
Breaking away. This is Linda Ing's final bowl here in the sixth end. Still the first set.
Place there.
And does she do it? Maybe. Taking this end was very important for Pat, as that 1 point is enough to keep the set going, because it would have been mathematically out of bounds. But she's got the one. If she's got the two, well, that doesn't put the final end out of question here. We're going to get down and measure this one. appears to be the one for Pat Binney, and we go into the final end. Well, she's down four and needs all 4 points in order to tie the set.
At least you give yourself a chance to make that happen. And there's some classic tactics to try and set that up. You just want to group your first three bowls, then try and get the jack to last bowl to them, but or just draw or right on the jack.
You know, these situations are always tall orders, of course, especially at this level, but quite often they're fun to watch.
I've seen it happen sort of multiple times. She'll see a set player come back, pick up a forward to tie or win an end. Never say never. Unless you put the first bowl in the ditch, and then in that case it's over.
Biddy electing for a short mat on this one.
Okay, but that makes it all very tough.
Still, if you're Lindaing, you want to use this end to try and continue the momentum you've got going at the moment. How many times have we seen players blow up the first set and then all of a sudden drop in quality in the second?
So watching the other day, and I think almost every match I was watching, that had happened. Somebody dominated the first set, and the other player dominated the second set, and then it leaves it up to a tiebreaker, which is always that's a coin toss.
It's it's a great part of singles play. It doesn't matter how badly you lose the first set. It is a clean slate once you start the second, and you can always come back.
It's part of what I love about it. Sets, like you know, it's one of the great things about bowls that you get those different options. You know, sometimes playing to a number of ends, sometimes playing to a ridiculous score, sometimes playing sets. Gives us variety in the game, and it's fantastic. And yeah, this one, just once that set's gone, forget about it. It's a new
That one, that shot looks to be outside of the perimeter of four that Cat be looking for on this one.
being able to get three down in that same spot, then that becomes very interesting. Neither of Linda's bowls has been particularly great on this end, so she needs to get something good in here to make it a bit more solid.
Of course, in the break glass in case of emergency front, Linda still does have last bowl in this end.
Never hurts to have last bowl, never hurts to be drawing.
Well, Pat Benny looking to move something here. Just wide.
Technically, she could have just about taken out the two bowls of Linda's in one go there, so it's definitely worth a try.
And Lindaing with the final bowl of the first set. And it is a set that she will win comfortably as she drops in a second bowl here. And say looks to be at least two. Question is if it's three. I mean, it is academic in terms of how things work. There's point differential in a quarterfinal doesn't mean anything. So
For us in the other quarterfinal, the six ends, it's 5-3 Joanna leading Vivian, but Vivian's currently right on the jag, holding one shot. Possibility that she could manufacture the two and split the set like she did in her match earlier today.
meanwhile, in our feature match, we get proceedings underway quickly here for the second set.
Yeah, this is very much part of this game. So she just wants to keep going, just keep shooting through those ends. As long as you're bowling well, bowling consistent, it's to your advantage. Just bowl. But it does give me a chance to get in and define how the setting's going to be.
This will be the last match that the women's group plays today. Semifinals take place tomorrow morning. And you can tune into the championship final of the women's group Saturday morning. Saturday morning on the West Coast, anyhow, at approximately 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. Jack this end has been pretty lonely. Some pretty close bowling in the first set there, just not quite nailing it so far this end.
And Shane, how many times have we seen that at the start of a second set? Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to do, with a lot of nervous energy in that first set. And, then that gets released, and maybe you don't quite play the same as you did, but usually by the second end, the progression starts and it starts getting better and better.
And Vinny does seem to get inside of that green bowl. And maybe a contender.
Hoping one of them can get one a little closer. Last bowls. If so, if they don't, I think they should only half a point for these shots.
How many points would you like to get, Shane, if you were making those shots?
I would take half a point every time.
And that's more like it from Linda Ing.
I have higher expectations on myself.
At Vinny's final shot of the first end of the second set. This one doesn't seem to have the juice.
just a little bit light. Probably just the one to live in. Seems like those ones that pets out front are maybe closer.
We are going to have a look. Of course, it is one for sure, and it looks that they've agreed on one.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a wry smile there from Linda. I think she was like, oh, thank goodness I got one in.
Well, we've been spoiled for quality so far today, so I think everyone gets a free pass at some point.
Yeah, I expected it to probably be back to business as usual for both of these bowlers. Across in the other match, Joanna has taken the first set against Vivian.
And yet another opening back bowl from Pat Penny. So you mentioned Shane the shout out earlier from to Kat Binney's family and friends watching in Burlington, Ontario, in the Toronto region. And we'd also like to give our own welcome out to folks out in Ontario watching today, as well as everyone everywhere around the world. We appreciate you tuning in, and glad you chose to spend your Friday afternoon or evening with us.
Possibly Saturday. Back in my old neck of the woods. Try and get my friends in New Zealand to let me know the Canadian lotto results since they're a day ahead. It's never worked so far, but keep on trying.
Coming here with some decent weight by the looks of it. And join the bulls in the back.
Yes, there's still a reasonable amount of room to crawl here without a foot space there to draw a shot.
And Benny is right on the jack, and that puts her in a fantastic position.
It's looking like she's definitely got a shot. Not sure on the second shot yet. One of Linda's seems to be jack high. So,
Linda's going to take a walk down the green to have a look to see if that's the case, but certainly down one on her final shot here in the second set, in the second end.
yeah, so like you're doing well if you're getting to come down and visit the head because usually she just likes to keep that flow going and going and going, and she's so consistent that she knows how it's going in the head. So she efforts on the turn, and then when it comes down to it, I don't think necessarily changes the shot. She's just got to draw a shot coming in backhand here, unless she's decided that she can place a break to it and maybe get rid of both of those balls. It's a little risky given that Pat's the best back ball.
And this is what we mean when you talk about having a clean slate to work with in the second set.
Yeah, like everything that happened in that first set, it's meaningless. The set is a win it, you're into a tiebreaker.
So Linda Ng with a pressure shot here. Oh,
It
coming
feels
in
narrow.
right. Yeah. And that
Okay.
opens up a opportunity here for Pat Binney on her final ball.
So that's the good thing about, like we were saying earlier, if you can disturb the head and mess with your opponent, um, all of a sudden they have to play a different ball from the one they're used to. And so Linda Vera makes me a good way to just um, she she came way too narrow from the start.
Opportunity to take the lead. Oh, she's going to play it right off to that side and they've got what they've got. So figure one for sure for Pat Binney, and then the question is with that second one, it's probably more obvious to the players at the moment than it is to us.
Yeah, it was down there before they were doing. She was doing a bit of something, probably not.
Yeah.
Just
And
the
Pat Binney has leveled up the set.
but probably going to play just a little bit slow, just to sort of try and mess with Linda's rhythm. Do anything you can just to try and move your opponent's head. What are the try and sort of put your
Yeah. Anytime you're in a position where you have to force your opponent to make those pressure shots, that's always a positive.
it's like I think even the top ball, you put them under pressure, it can have an impact.
So should note Joanna Cooper has won the first set of her quarterfinal against Vivian Chen. They have just started up their second set. It is 2-0 for Vivian Chen after the end of the first set, or the first end of the second set.
About a metre wide. Yeah. First ball had reverse of last instead. This is Linda's chance and to put some pressure on. Hey,
And this is good from Pat Binney.
that's a great response. hit the line there. Just give it quite.
This one's trying to sneak in there, but just from our angle, a hair short. But it is good to see Pat really finding her game here and giving the defending champion of this tournament a bit to work with.
I think the marker said that Pat is still holding one.
And just short.
Just needs to do what she did with the last ball. She nudges second shot of her. Probably just has to turn over once to get the shot.
Yeah, either raise it a little bit or even just come in around on the draw.
If you happen to be sort of nudging and little bit of the shot as well. So multiple options.
Yeah. Everything though on that right hand side is just congested though with Red Bulls.
Just giving a little bit of weight here.
To
She's
maybe
going to get onto the dot.
Oh, she nudges it away, but maybe enough. We will wait and see.
It's happening.
It was just a tap. But was it enough? And Pat Binney with also a wry smile there. She's going to get down and measure it. Oh, and it is, I think it is Linda Ing's point. And bit of a cheeky one there.
I think that shot and that group of possibilities, because even if it came a bit narrow, it was still a good possible result. So Linda just basically took the approach: if you give it enough weight, good things can happen. It's a very different set from that first set. There's much more of a battle going on.
So let's be going quite short. Fairly short anyway with this one. We will see.
Into my dream, both sides too as well. Identical balls, just
Yes, it's Important when you play on these very, very fast greens that you have some nice narrow bowls. You see a lot of the Henselite Dreamliners and the Tiger Pros, and also some of the Aero Defiance, and you still see some Drake's Pride and Taylors kicking around.
Yeah, I go with Tiger Five professionals, and they do pretty well on these greens. Not narrow, but they're certainly not. There's a few of us that have some sets of inside outfits which are very narrow, and the little one figure thing.
And that shot was a little unforgiving for Linda Ng as she raises Pat Binney's bowl up towards the jack.
Do you think anyone will take that? I always say you get so much bad, a little bit of luck. You say thank you very much and take it.
Nice touch there from Linda Ng, but still everything in front.
She keeps on pushing bowls in. She was doing that last end as well.
And a great shot there from Pat Binney. And well,
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought she was going to do last end. She's done a good job because that's what she was trying. She's adjusted nicely, put herself in the two shots.
putting herself in a very nice position to tie up this set and possibly even take the lead.
Yeah. Speaking of putting herself in a good position, Joanna Cooper just picked up a full house on the last end, and she's now leading 4-3 against Jan.
Yeah, Joanna Cooper, so dangerous as a player. If, just just a few weeks ago, Joanna was in Vancouver for the Pacific Coast Open and just had an absolutely dominant performance. Throughout it all, she of course was the winner of the Open Singles Championship of the Pacific Coast Open, and at the same time, only dropped one set throughout the entire tournament, and that was in the final.
Yeah, that was against Pat Bird, wasn't it?
Jamaican, actually.
Oh, it's Jamaican, sorry.
Yeah. She did draw one set against Pat Bird in the semifinal, but she lost her only set of the entire tournament in the final against Jamaican, and then came back to win it in the extra ends.
Yeah, speaking Jim, he's such a fine bowler. But Joanna's she's got the full range of shots. She's very good at the upright shots, and she's a very good draw bowler. So yeah, no surprise to see her playing well.
So Looks like Pat Binney should be holding two here, but we will see. Final shot of the fourth end.
Just in amongst the two shots.
She
She's
may
doing a
have done
good
it.
job.
She may have done it, and she does. Wow. Excellent shot from Pat Binney to not only take the end, but also to take the lead by the looks of things here. We'll just wait for the measurement just to be sure. Two 2 points for sure.
It's a matter of the other shot is good enough for third or this.
Now they're going to make the determination for the third. No, they don't have to measure it, so just wait and see what they throw up on the scoreboard here. But either way, Pat Binney has the lead in this match, or in this set. And it was indeed three. So a huge end, best end of the match for Pat Binney. In fact, maybe even best end of the match overall.
She was efficient there. So like she's done exactly what we said you need to do. Get yourself the match, then yeah, you're in charge of your own destiny. You're making your own life. So she's done very well and going a similar length again. Let's see how she does.
So four ends in the books, and Linda in a position to where she has to chase the set now. And that's a good start.
That's a reasonably good way to start and end. It's a very good position goal to be. But yeah, it's really starting to get into this. So interesting to see what she can do here.
And that is uncharacteristically short.
But this she maybe saw me up here and just tried to put the ball like which she's just doing this. The fifth pack of it's still wide open there. So she's
It's her final shot at this fifth end, and this one looks to be pulling up short as well. So now an opportunity for Linda Ing to recover all of those points that she lost in the last end. Will this be enough? And it will certainly be enough. That's a beautiful bowl by Linda Ing, and the three that she gave up in the fourth end is she gets them all back here in the fifth.
That's what the players do because they have a bad end, they come back and try and sort of match what they lost on the previous end. So that's got to feel good.
So Linda takes a 5-4 lead over Pat Binney here in the after 5 complete ends. Still work to do in order to avoid the extra end though.
Push further ahead, 6-3. So, sort of seems to be what she uses to get a lead. But again, every time this opens up, shot.
In the final 2 ends here, a win or a tie for Linda Ing would give her the match. Pat Binney needs to win this set. That'll end up just slightly behind the jack. And Binney continues to put herself in a really good position to come back in this set.
She's really lifted in the second set and she's fighting hard.
Linda just checking to see if Pat Binney's last bowl was jack high, and Gavin Clifford explains it is indeed just a little bit behind the jack, as you can see here.
Yeah, but asking the right questions there. For Linda, that's definitely determined what bowl she's going to try. She's a great way. Let's
It's a tough call from this angle. This one's coming in well.
It's two.
Well, Linda Ing's final bowl of the sixth end. And we'll be facing quite a challenge here from Pat Binney. And will this work in? No. But
I don't know if it's changed anything. I think it still looks to be probably two. Let's see what Gavin says.
and it's an opportunity for Binney not only to take the lead here, but also to have a little bit of a cushion going into that final end. Big shot here.
Because it's got the legs.
No, it'll pull up short. And from our angle, we believe it may be two to Pat Binney, but we need everyone to confirm that beforehand.
How much I trust the angle here, but
And it is indeed two to Pat Binney, and Linda Ing will trail 6-5 going into the final end of the second set. And wow, what a turn of events.
you did get that feeling that that first end of the set that it just forgot about what had happened in the first set and just reset herself. And she's just been very professional, this whole set. And her and Linda are just, it's a really good battle between them. It's a good battle going on across on ring six as well, where it's now leading 6-4 after five. Vivian slowly dragging herself back into it, but she's running out of ends. Get ahead. She needs to win that set to push it to a tiebreaker.
So speaking of tiebreakers in this match, Linda Ing only needs to win the set and tie the end in order to take the match. If Pat Binney can hang on and win the end, and she will force a tiebreaker. So lots on the line here in the final end of this second set.
Tiebreaker.
Absolutely.
Great first ball. Yeah. She's been very good at sort of getting multiple balls. So would be too worried.
For a tournament of this caliber, you know that both of these players have been in this position before.
I mean, that's not the ball that Pat would have wanted. It's not necessarily a bad ball. It could be used. Linda will just be looking to get a little closer to that.
Once again, well short.
Get something in that really put pressure on the head. But she decided to go to the back.
Just a little bit of caution with that shot. So this is a straight drop, more or less. But it's one that Pat needs to make.
Simple for both bowlers. It's just more than one. So still got plenty of room. Like we always say, it takes one ball.
Vinny's final ball of the set. She must be holding in order for her to have a chance at extra ends. And it's long. And that will make things academic as Pat Binney and Linda Ing shake hands, as of course Linda is going to declare on her final shot. And it'll be Linda Ing advancing to the semifinals of the Canadian Indoor Qualifiers.
The other match, next same moment, Joanne picked up a multiple there and got to the stage where Vivian would come back, so Joanna Cooper through to the semis as well.
What an excellent day of bowls we've had so far here at the Pacific Indoor Bowls Club in Vancouver. Just fabulous performance by Pat Binney of Ontario as well, who stuck with a world ranked player and nearly pulled it off.
Yeah, she did a great job. She played really well, got herself back into the match. And the pressure's really on the men this afternoon to keep up this high quality bowls that we've been seeing. We'll be letting them know if they're not doing that. So yeah, more excitement to come. Final round for the men of the round robin, and then on to the quarterfinals.
So we have two more matches coming up for you today, and hope that you can join us for us. Join us for those, and you'll need to log out of this broadcast before, and then log into the next one, and we'll have that set up for you shortly. But in the meantime, looking at probably about a 1:30-ish start Pacific time. That's roughly 25 minutes from now. So if you have a look, you can. Just go on in and and join us for some more bowls. This time from the men's side of the Canadian Indoor Qualifiers competition. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name's Bill Curry, and for Shane O'Flaherty, I want to thank you for joining us, and hope to see you again really soon.